And I should be back on.
Hey everybody, how you doing? And welcome to another week of Technology Tuesday. Today, we will be doing part 2 of our marketing automation series, all right? And so I have with me my good friends and marketer. We have Mr. Michael Phillips, and we have Mr. Paul Ola with us today. And we're gonna dive right in. Hey guys, say hello to everyone.
Howdy.
Hey guys, how's it going today?
All right.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
All right.
Beautiful
cool.
weather.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Paul is lucky enough to be outside, enjoying the weather, and me and Mike are in different offices. So that is what it is. So we'll jump here. We'll share the desktop. We'll minimize this. And we will pull up the PowerPoint. All right, so let me know if you guys are seeing the PowerPoint.
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. That means everyone else is seeing it. So if I do this, are you still seeing it?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yes, I am.
All right, so for those of you who are joining us for the first time, if you have any questions, you can ask questions in the Facebook chat right below this video. And even if you're watching on the replay, you can even ask questions after the fact. And hey, just wanted to let you guys know, we're going to be changing the format. Next week, we're actually going to be starting a Facebook group, and we're going to be broadcasting still live, but we're going to be doing a Facebook Live. And so you can catch that every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, right on Facebook. And then the replay will be up only for one day, so you got to catch it, on Tuesday. After that, it will be in the Facebook group only. And to join the Facebook group, it's free, so you can head on over and join the Facebook group. So look out for updates for that coming next week. We're excited about the new way we're going to be doing things. All right. So today's topic is marketing automation. It's part 2, and we're going to talk about some of the tools and resources we use for marketing automation. So we're going to talk a little bit about Infusionsoft, which is by far the most popular marketing automation tool out there. It's been around the longest. And we're going to talk about ontraport, which is their main competition. It's another company that's up and running with a great CRM. It's actually the one I'm currently using. And then we're going to talk about a very unknown new kid on the block, Venntive, and show you some of the resources there. So we're going to kind of just go through and give you the pros and cons of each and let you kind of understand, maybe which one would work best for you. All right, so before we begin, we got the 3-step success formula, and that is put God first in everything you do, and you will be successful. I'm a living testimony of this. It worked for me. I was doing well in all areas of my life except my spiritual self. And then when the other areas fell apart, I decided that I had to put God first in my life, and everything turned around for the better. So I challenge you to put God first. Second is to believe in yourself. We're all faced with challenges, and the challenges we face every day is with our own mental thoughts. What are you telling yourself on a daily basis? So believe in yourself, believe that you can achieve, and you will achieve. It sounds simple, but it's a challenge for us every single day. We all need to believe in ourselves, and then never, ever give up, all right? So sometimes when you're feeling down, just always remember to stay in the game when you feel like there's comes a point in time where you want to feel like, you know what, maybe I should just quit. And it's at that point where you need to decide, no, you're just going to keep going. So those are the 3 success formulas: put God first, believe in yourself, and never give up. All right, so last week, just a quick recap, we talked about all these pieces that have with marketing automation, and the challenge was trying to fit them all together. We brought a business model, and we kind of showed you the different pieces where you had your marketing channels at the top. This is all the ways people can find about your products and services and how you kind of want to lead them to a squeeze page, and we talked about why you want to do that, so you can get people to self-identify. And when people raise their hand, they automatically get added to your list. And then you can put your offers in front of that list over and over and over again. And you want to drive people to your sales process. And from that list, The people go to the sales process. The ones that are ready to buy, and you make money. So we kind of broke down the model, and we talked about all the reasons why you need a CRM. And we talked about you can't really leverage all of the traffic unless you have a really good functioning CRM. So we're going to talk about some of those products and softwares you can use to help you do this today. So, marketing automation resources, tools needed to automate your business. So the first one is Infusionsoft. Do either of you guys have experience with Infusionsoft?
I have a little bit, not much, but
Okay.
some.
And I have a little bit as well. I actually went and got trained by Infusionsoft to do some stuff and was working on it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So how'd that go?
I like the product. Anybody who's going to be using it themselves, I would recommend the training. And for me, I ended up changing some things around, and no Infusionsoft, didn't need it.
Okay. Well, do this. I hear we're having some technical difficulties with the page. So if you would just tell everybody a little bit about, what Infusionsoft is, just so for those of you who might have missed last week, and just take about 2 minutes to do that while I go fix the page, that'll be great.
It does look like it's showing right now. I'm just seeing my 3-step success formula online right now. So.
Okay. All right. Good. So then we are not having issues with the page, which is good.
Yeah, we were a couple of minutes ago. I don't know if it's back up or not. So I'm just kind of like watching it in the background.
It's delayed, and sometimes it can be almost 2 minutes delayed. So yeah, we should be good. It should be it should catch up, but as long as you're seeing it now, I know it's there. We're good to go.
I'll keep a monitor on it and see what's coming up. Anyway, yeah, in terms of an all-in-one solution, I think Infusionsoft is a good one. It's a lot more than some people want to get into themselves without some help, and there are a lot of good folks out there now who are producing some ongoing support for businesses who want to use Infusionsoft. As you've got up there as a con, it is a pretty pricey product, which was one of the reasons I got out of it, because I really didn't need that level of a product to help do what I was trying to get done.
Yep. So I'll go through the pros and cons, and you guys let me know if there's any I missed or whatever. So we'll go through the pros first. Infusionsoft is popular. It's kind of the first, well, I don't know if it was the first. I know it was one of the first that I knew of that had this type of automation built in for entrepreneurs and businesses. And it's kind of been leading the market as far as this type of marketing automation solution. So it has many users. It's popular. If you try to talk about a CRM and marketing automation, and they know about marketing automation, 9 times out of 10 they know of Infusionsoft. So one of the pros is it's very popular, and because of that, you also have a lot of support for it as well. As Mike said, he went through some training. So when it comes to marketing automation, and because Infusionsoft has been in it and doing it the longest, they seem to have the best training as far as how to set these things up. And even for me, I use ontraport, but when I was trying to learn how to set up certain marketing funnels or sequences, I studied Infusionsoft training because they had the best out there. So one of the really good things is they have kind of the best training. Even if you're not using it for Infusionsoft, you can find that training out there, free videos on YouTube and such that kind of break down the different pieces you need in your marketing funnel. The other thing they have, which is a pro and also a con, and we'll talk about that in a second when we get to the cons, but they have the marketplace apps which allow you to, because Infusionsoft's been around for so long, they allow third-party software developers to write software that actually works in conjunction with Infusionsoft. So if Infusionsoft is your engine, they have the most third-party apps that will work with it. So anything you can kind of think of, 9 times out of 10 has already been produced. If Infusionsoft doesn't do it on its own, you can get a third-party app to do so. So let me explain what some of those are. So some of those could be memberships, like an online membership site. So if you want that, Infusionsoft doesn't have that built in. You have to get a third party to do that and work in conjunction with Infusionsoft. So there's a few services out there that do that. Those are additional prices, usually reoccurring prices, and so that makes the price even go up even higher, even on top of the already high prices Infusionsoft charges. But when it comes to being able to do certain things and kind of mash up something that may be really difficult or doesn't exist in your market, because they have these marketplace apps, it's 9 times out of 10 it's possible. So I've seen situations where people wanted, membership systems along with event registration systems and all sorts of other stuff. And with those marketplace apps, you can find all the services you need to make it work the way you want. The other really unique thing is the campaign builder. And this is where you can actually see and map out a campaign, the process. So I'll jump here, I'll show you a picture here, I got one. So here's kind of like a simple, what I'm talking about, the campaign builder. It allows you to see and map out everything. So if people are coming from Facebook or from your pay-per-click ads right over here, you see that they're then go to your landing page and they're added to a sequence. And this is really cool because you get a visual idea, a visual representation of what everything is going on. So, only 1 second here. I think we're having, yeah, I forgot to hit something. All right. You guys should be seeing my screen now. Are you guys seeing my screen?
I am.
Okay. Good.
But online, I'm not.
Yeah.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. So you should be seeing it. It should be coming up now. So I'm going to continue, and you guys, if the screen doesn't come up in about 30 seconds or so, let me know. All right. So anyway, the whole cool thing about this campaign builder is you can visually see the campaigns visually, and so you know what the path someone would go through, and based on what actions they take. So this is really cool, is being able to see it out and map out your marketing automation path for your prospects. You can see, which action they take, and you can have them do certain things based on which actions they take or don't take. So this campaign builder is kind of unique to Infusionsoft because they were the kind of first to come out with it. Before this, it was kind of very hard to visually understand what was going to happen. So one of the really cool things is Infusionsoft has this campaign builder. So those are the pros. So here are some of the cons. The price is a pretty steep price. Usually it's a couple $1,000s to get started. They have a setup fee, and then it's usually over $300 a month, depending on, it's like 3 different levels of monthly for just Infusionsoft. And then if you need anything on the marketplace apps, it's additional fee. So if you wanted to have where your marketing automation sent a gift out, right? There's marketplace apps where for an additional monthly fee, once they got to that point in your sequence, that company would send out a gift. Again, a membership module is additional fee. If you needed print, like postcards and stuff, that's additional fee. So one of the challenges with Infusionsoft is the price. And as Mike said, for his business, he decided, hey, he didn't need all of that for the price. So the other thing is Infusionsoft has a very steep learning curve. It's not really easy to learn because it's kind of, they give you that blank canvas and they say, hey, this can do all of these really cool things and you can create all of this stuff. But then it's kind of left to you to figure out not only what you want to happen, but then how to make it happen. And how to make all those things work it's a really steep learning curve. The campaign builder made it a little easier for you to see it, but it's still a little complicated trying to get it all put together. And I think, Mike, you had that same experience, right? A little challenging?
Yes, it was.
So
I ended up going to the class to learn a little bit more about that campaign builder.
Yep. So the other, another con is the marketplace apps, because again, each app, that they have that you want is an additional fee. So the con is it's not everything you need is not already built into Infusionsoft. So for example, like a membership system, which I think should be, is not kind of built in. You need a third-party service, a third-party app, if you will, from their marketplace to add that on. So I consider that a con. It's a pro because you have all those things. It's a con because it's extra. And the last one is the campaign builder itself. Now, it's great to be able to see all of that stuff built out, but actually building one is, in my experience, it was pretty painful. So my experience was I had someone who was coming over from Aweber, and they had basically a simple autoresponder series built up. And unlike when you just have a simple autoresponder series with the campaign builder, when you're trying to build out just some very simple funnels, you have to add each piece. So for example, the time delay between emails was a separate piece you had to add to the campaign builder and set each time separately. So it was just a real pain and took a lot longer, I thought, to build out a campaign and campaign builder than it should have been. So that's Infusionsoft, and I think that for those who need that type of system, it's great, especially when you can afford to have a system like this, and it's not a struggle financially to have this type of system. But there are some cons that you need to be aware of. Do you guys want to add anything to Infusionsoft?
No, I think that's good.
All right. Okay, cool. So we'll move on to the next one. That's Infusionsoft. So the next one is ontraport. Ontraport came on several years later after Infusionsoft. Its original name was Office Autopilot, and then about 2 to 3 years ago, they switched over to ontraport. Don't know why, but they changed the name. So one of the pros is the price. It doesn't have a large setup fee to get started. With the full automation system, it's $297 a month. And there's no long-term contract. It's a month-to-month agreement. They do have just a autoresponder portion for $79 a month. So if you want to get started, you can start collecting and building your email list with just the autoresponder. And they even have something called ontrapages, which is a free landing page template that you can use with any autoresponder. So if you're looking for something to allow you to build landing pages, you can check out ontrapages for free. It's easier to learn than Infusionsoft, but I'm not going to say it's easy to learn. It's easier than Infusionsoft. So just wanted to make that, because when you have some automation system, like, it can do all these things, but you still have to map it out. What do you want to happen, and then make it set it up so that it can happen. I've used both. I've had to set up campaigns and sequences in both, and ontraport is easier than Infusionsoft. The other thing that I really liked about ontraport is a lot of the things that are in Infusionsoft's marketplace that I feel is kind of should be inside of a CRM system is already inside ontraport. For example, there's a membership system built in, so you don't need a third party. They have a plugin that will tie into WordPress. So if you're using a WordPress website, you can make that membership on your website. Infusionsoft has both, one called Customer Hub, which is outside of your website, and I don't necessarily agree with creating a membership site outside of your own website. It should be inside your own site. You need to kind of, protect your own content yourself. It's just my personal pet peeve about that. The other thing they have is they have a postcard system built in as well. That means you can actually design your postcard and add it to your sequence, and the postcards will send out. Now, those postcards are, the individual postcards are $1, but there's printing and post. Individual postcards are an additional fee. You basically put money on your account, and when they print and ship, they just deduct it from your account. You can put as little as $10 on there, and I do believe that postcards are 90 cents to $1. And so if you have a sequence set up, and then it's like, send this person a thank you postcard, it's only going to send that one and print that one and send out that one, mail merge their information in there, and it's all automated, and then deduct the $1 or 90 cents from your account. So that's all built in. You don't need anything else for that. The other thing with ontraport is they have a 25% affiliate program. So if you recommend ontraport, you basically, and someone becomes a member, you get 25%. So if their basic program is $297, you get like $78 and change for every affiliate that you get. So the cool thing is, if it's 25% and you bring in 4 paying members, you refer 4, then your ontraport system doesn't really cost you anything at all, because you'll make the same amount back on your affiliate commissions. So Infusionsoft doesn't have a reoccurring affiliate program. They have, from what I remember, unless they change it, they have, hey, we'll give you a one-time $500 if you send us a referral who becomes a client. So I like this one because it's recurring. It's 25%, and you can make a nice little chunk of change by getting people who need a CRM to use a CRM. So here are some of the cons. As far as affiliate tracking, to have your own affiliate system, their affiliate tracking is not the best. It works, but it's not as robust as it could be. Its affiliate center is not as robust as it could be, but it works just fine. So if if you're comparing every little piece of thing, Infusionsoft has a much better affiliate tracking and affiliate system. If affiliates are going to be a big part of your business, JV partners and such. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not as robust, and the tracking just not as robust as it could be. I hear they are working on it. It could be better. The other thing is, ontrapages are a little bit rigid. They are professionally designed. Don't get me wrong, but if you're used to having control of every little space on a web page to be able to design your landing page however you want, it's a little rigid. But they have lots of designs to choose from. But because it's so rigid, I would give that a con. And the other thing is, they don't have and when it comes to API, right? Because there's other things that ontraport may connect to, but they don't let anything come in, right? So if you're connecting to an API, so let's say you want to have a third-party service send out products and services when someone purchases, say a thank you gift, right? You can tie into the API, and ontraport will send that information when a gift should be sent, but it will not let that API send any information back. So it's not like it's, hey, we sent it out on this date and that information's back in your system, or here's the tracking code, it's back in your system. It only lets the API connect going out. So that's one thing that is a con for ontraport. Now, since these are the 2 biggest ones, here are some minor things that that may not be noticeable to the eye, but because I've used both, I know. First, Infusionsoft has a full-blown shopping cart. So if you need a system where you have products, and think of a store a la Amazon, where you're going to add a product to your shopping cart and you're going to continue shopping, Infusionsoft has an actual shopping cart, whereas ontraport does not. They don't have an actual shopping cart. They have order forms, and you can add products to an order form, and you can add multiple products to an order form, and you can even combine multiple products on one order form, but they don't have a quote-unquote typical shopping cart. So there's no add this to the cart and then continue shopping. It's, you get to an order form, you're buying this or that. So that's one of the main differences between the two. They both have yearly events. So if you're if you're a marketer and you like when a company has an annual event and you go and have a good time and they have speakers, blah blah blah. They both have big annual events every year, and that's kind of the main differences and similarities between the two. So and this last one is very new to. It's been not new, but it's new as far as being compared to these two. So this last one is called Venntive, and if you go to their website, you won't even know that it's a CRM like these two. However, the price is much lower than both, and if you're looking for a system that has kind of everything both of those systems have, but has a much lower price, then I highly recommend Venntive. So that's one of their, their real calls to action right now is the price. So you definitely want to check that out. It has like kind of built-in groups already. So a group is like a, let's say you have a webinar, right? And everyone who attends that webinar or registers for that webinar, you want to be kind of classified as a group. So they have kind of groups built in already. So they work in groups like Infusionsoft and ontraport work with tags. They have built-in lead scoring. So this is more like Salesforce. Are you guys familiar with Salesforce?
Yeah.
From a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's an old one.
Yeah, and it's robust too. But a lot of big companies use Salesforce that have sales teams to monitor their their leads and track how are they warm, are they a hot prospect, and so this has kind of the combination of Infusionsoft, ontraport, and then Salesforce built in too. So you can say, hey, when they do this thing, when they visit your site more than twice within a week, add them to a hot prospect. If they click on an email 3 times in a week, add them to a hot prospect. So they have these things, more built in as far as lead scoring. Now, ontraport has that too, but you have to set it up. You have to say, hey, this is when it's a hot lead, where it's more easily set up and built into Venntive. It has most of the features of Infusionsoft and ontraport, and some of the things that I think are cons is their website has. If you go to their website, and it's being updated, but at the moment, at the time of this recording, if you go there, you would have no idea that it's a full-blown CRM. And from what I hear, they do not have an affiliate program. So with their prices so low, it is what it is. How do you expect them to pay out affiliates when their thing is we'll just keep the price as low as possible? So this is kind of a new one. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take you. I don't have access to any. Well, I do, but I don't have permission to take you into any of my clients' Infusionsoft accounts. But I will take you guys right quick into ontraport, show you some of the features. I'll take you into Venntive, show you some of the features. And Paul, you're using Venntive, right? You're using it.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
I just started and I'm learning it. It's nice, really nice.
Good. All right, so we'll take a quick look, and if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat box below, and we'll check that before we go. Go here. Go here. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. It said screen sharing failed to start. You guys still hearing me?
I can hear you, but I can't see anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Everything went blank.
Now I see Paul.
yeah, I got kicked and then
I did the same. I got kicked off when I came back. I no longer saw Greg's screen. I only saw his little.
yeah. Now I see his picture in like a reverberation circle.
That's what I was watching. Now I'm watching Paul for some reason.
All right, guys, my camera kicked off. Hold on a second.
And by the way, what's online is still the replay. I've even tried going out of that a couple of times and coming back in to see if I could refresh it, but I still got replay info.
Okay. I see me, but it's still not grabbing the camera. Well, let's see if we can just screen share failed to start. No session to start screencast. All right, let's try this one more time. Let's see, retry. That's interesting. I can see you guys. We can get you guys. You know, it's interesting. I never really had an issue with the with it doing this before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. So that looks like it's working. My camera's not working and my desktop's not working. But my microphone is working.
Yeah.
Yep, hear you fine.
The camera's trying to come on. All right, so I got one camera that says it's on. But it's not on. Okay, so I can't get nothing going here. Can't get my screen either. All right, so Paul, can you see if you can drive it? Can you, if you mouse over to the left, you'll get some options, and that green with an arrow will allow you to share your desktop. And if you could just go into venntive, because I know you have access to that one. We'll talk about that one.
Now I see Paul's desktop on his little picture down there.
Yep. All right. So here's, if you go to there, this is their existing website. And so it just says a complete digital marketing platform. And it says, complete automated marketing suite, content marketing, email marketing, drip campaigns, autoresponders. So it kind of does give you an idea. But when I first came, for whatever reason, it just made me think of, an autoresponder. So if you go ahead and log in, I'll show you some of the features, and Paul, you let me know if there's some stuff I'm missing since you've been working with it a little more. Paul, I think you clicked your microphone off, just FYI.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Okay. I'm in. We're in.
Good.
So can you see that?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the home page. I've started setting up the autoresponder, but you've got a lot of features in here. Like here's your dashboard, and it's got, it tells you how far. Like I still have to complete a few things to keep setting up.
Yep.
But it tells you, this is really interesting to me. It has, you create groups, and then your contacts are placed in those groups when they sign up. So if you don't assign a group to a contact, it automatically puts them in a main group. But this is a feature. Let's see. It gives you information on your contact based on whether or not, if they've signed up for another list where they have information, then they'll get it there too, right? So here it is. Right, so here's the contact info, and it shows information, shows their if they're on Angel List, Facebook, Google Plus, LinkedIn, all these other things.
So it grabs, so when someone signs in with their name and email, and and that email is tied into, let's say that is the same email for their LinkedIn account and their, Twitter and Facebook, it's going to pull, you're saying it's going to pull all that information in there.
It's going to pull all that information and populate it, especially if they've been in it, if they've been involved on another list, but that's part of Venntive. Right. It's going to populate it also, and then it gets this information from somewhere else.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. That was a thing in Google. It was called Reportive. And Google, I think, LinkedIn, I think bought Reportive. But anyway, it was an add-on where you could add on and you could pay for the pro service. And so when someone
I'm having trouble here for a second, Greg. Can I switch you back to you for a minute?
Yeah. This is me. I got it. I can switch it, so I'm good. Okay, so he had to drop out for whatever reason. He's coming back in. So yeah, so what happened was basically when someone opts in, it grabs information from like Reportive, like whatever service they kind of built that into the pricing. So it brings in all that other data, which is pretty cool. So now you have, instead of just the name and email, you really have all, a lot of their contact information, which is cool.
That is pretty cool. To be able to bring all that information in and populate it.
So I'm gonna put this on you for 1 second, Mike, and I'm gonna see if I can get this going over here. See if I can get my camera going. Camera will not go. All right, so the camera's on, but it won't. Nope. So my camera has a little light and it comes on, but it's still not doing anything. I can see if I can try. Screencast failed to start.
That's interesting. You gotta love technology sometimes, don't you?
Yeah. I'm stuck. I can't show you nothing. Yeah, man, I'm really stuck here. All right. So, Mike, it's on you, bro.
I was just thinking, I wish I had something I could show, but since I'm on my iPad, I don't think I can bring something up to show anything.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, here's another thing just about Venntive, just so you know. They have a free trial. So you can go and it just limits you to the number of contacts, but most of it's all working. So you can go set up a actual free account and try it out. And under the automation section, they have a campaign builder which they just installed in the last few days, where you can actually see and map out a campaign, very similar to Infusionsoft's campaign builder. So it is a very, very robust system. It has a plugin. So if you want to run your membership site, it has a plugin. They also have text messaging built in where you can get a, hey, especially if you speak at events or at webinars, hey guys, if you want the resource, just text, fix my Google to whatever number, and you can get follow-up information. So all of that's really built in. So it really is a very, very powerful CRM that a lot of people don't know. And so we're bringing it to you, here on Technology Tuesday, and we're having our own technology issues. So technology, you gotta love it, but I love it when it works, and sometimes it gives you some challenges, and that's what it's given us today. So I don't know if you can see if there's any questions. If not, we'll wrap it up, and hopefully, you guys can just go create your own free account and check out venntive if you want to. If you have any questions about ontraport, which is the system I'm currently using, let me know. If you have any questions about Infusionsoft, you can ask me. I'm pretty versed in it as well.
Greg, the one thing that I'm thinking for those who haven't used any of these systems, understanding what a campaign builder can do for them to automate the process from getting somebody onto their list to sending out emails at preset regular intervals, and getting them to respond and tracking those responses. It's amazing what those systems can do when you put the right thought into building the proper campaign.
Yep.
I did want to say that there is a comment online that somebody was having a problem connecting with the live, and it was only showing the replay from mobile.
Okay.
Apparently some other folks are having some issues today as well.
All right. Well, hopefully, I'm pretty sure this is still broadcasting, so hopefully this will get recorded properly, and I will get that up there, and I'll respond to them as soon as this is done. Actually, now that this is happening, I'm actually even now looking more forward to next week and doing the Facebook Live broadcast, and then having our members inside the Facebook group. So that's all coming. We'll get that all set up this week, and we'll be ready to go next week. So, hey, Paul, looks like you're back.
Yeah, I had to restart.
No problem, man. Yeah, we're all having some real.
Yeah. Before it got really out of control.
Yeah, the technology ghost hit us, man.
Yeah, that's the thing about technology.
Yeah. Well, even if it happens to the best of us. So if it ever happens to you, don't stress out. Just do the best you can with whatever circumstances it leaves you with. As you saw, it left me today with no way to share my screen, no way for me to share my video. But hopefully we still shared some value here, and we will continue again next week with our new format. So I saw there was a question in the Facebook. I'll get to that. Paul, you got any last minute insight for us?
Well, venntive is good. It does a lot of stuff. You might have to do a little work when it comes to creating your email. When your opt-in, you got to copy code. It doesn't as simple as point it to the plugin to connect it to the service. But it's not hard. You're talking copy and paste. It's not difficult. And it's very robust, especially for the price. It's very robust.
Yep. That's what I thought. All right, guys. Mike, you got anything else for us?
I'm good for now.
All right, guys. Hey, sorry about the technical issues. We will get them all ironed out. Again, you'll see a totally different presentation next week as we jump into our Facebook Live broadcast. And I'm looking forward to that. And until next time, guys, if you found value in this training, please share it with someone and let them know that every Tuesday we will be going through technology and trying to work out the technology bugs as best we can to bring you technology that you can use to grow your business. I really appreciate you guys joining us again today, and I look forward to sharing with you all the resources and tools that we have for you next week. Until then, take care, guys.
See ya.